Hi, welcome back to the Meltran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Ananzi on Ravelry and on Plurk, Instagram, and Periscope. I am Meltran Designs. This is episode 82, and today is Tuesday, September 29th, 2015. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. So, how have you been? It's only been a week and a day, and I don't have a headache this time, which is so nice. So, anyways, I do have new fingernail polish on. It's one of the colors that I got last week when I was stocking up. I grabbed some, they're just, what's it called? Sinful colors or something like that from Walmart. They're like $2, but I have that awesome base coat and top coat that I got from Essie, and I had some of this on, not this color, but the pink that I got for an entire week. I just took it off yesterday. Lasted a whole week. It didn't chip at all. Not at all. So anyways, I love this color. It's absolutely one of my favorite colors. So anyway, yeah. So let's get into it, shall we? I mean, we could just sit here. I could just talk and ramble, but I'm going to do that enough anyway, right? All right. Happenings this week. I sat here and was going, okay, what happened over the weekend and what, and like, BSU game and stuff. But I was like, okay. The only thing I can think of is that the kids had parent-teacher conferences yesterday. So the first quarter is done. They're all doing well. Ananzi is struggling a little bit in reading, but that's kind of been an obstacle for her. And so we're working on it, but everything else is going really well. Good grades, good reports. They all like to talk. Surprise, surprise, they're my kids. So anyway, that's it. That's all I could think of for happenings this week. Oh, my phone's buzzing. Lisa likes to text me when I am... We're having issues. So yeah, she's texting me back about it because our phones aren't working. They don't like each other right now for some reason. I'm telling her that, and I'm talking to you while recording yet again. Oh. Anyway, she's getting like 20 of mine, the same ones over and over again. And yesterday, we weren't even getting that. Like, it was weird. She wouldn't get mine, and then she would. And then last night at 11 o'clock, I got responses to things that I had sent at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Like, it's so weird. And so a little while ago, I said, hey, do our phones like each other today? And she's like, I've been texting you all morning. None of them came through. We both restarted our phones. I'm not getting multiples now on my end, so I don't know if it's we don't know because neither of us are having this problem with anyone else that we're texting. One of those things, right? So she said the one I just sent has come through 3 times. That is funny. Don't you love technology? Anyway, all right. So let's just move along because you don't care about my texting woes. You probably have the same ones. Going on / coming up. I do actually have things to talk about in this one. I know, right? First, I have an orchestra concert coming up, which I'm really looking forward to. That's why I'm not going to Trailing of the Sheep if you watched my last podcast. And I'm really looking forward to playing for my high school orchestra teacher again. Our first practice is on Thursday night, which is 2 days from today. And yes, I've been practicing. No, not as much as I should have, but I have been. So yeah, Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not the only one. We all are, parents now and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, it'll be fun. Next, I have some good news. Do you remember last week? Well, and the week before when I talked about the retreat that I'm trying to put together? It's called Fiber Fanatics Unite with an exclamation point. There's a group on Ravelry called Fiber Fanatics Unite. Fiber Fanatics Unite with an exclamation point. We got enough people that we're able to get the big building, and we will be able to have the retreat, which, I mean, we could have last week, but we can expand and have more people. So if you're finding out about this after today, because I'm getting ready to send in the deposit as soon as the money hits my bank account from my PayPal. If you are seeing this and would like to join, I'm sure there's still room. So please go check it out on Ravelry, even if you can't go this year or you're just curious but want to remember the group. Go ahead and join it. I'm not going to be stalking everyone who has joined to see why they haven't signed up or anything like that. So go read about it over there. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's from April 21st to the 24th 2016 in a little town called Albion, Idaho. Like I said, all the information is over there, but if you would like to come, please join us, because now I know it's gonna happen. Next is I got signed up for Zombie Apocalypse for next year. Yay! I'm so excited. It will be so much fun to get to go again. It looks like there's a whole bunch of new people from when I went last time, and I already have a roommate. We're looking for a couple more people who would like to share the cost and break it down a little bit further, so that way we can have more money to spend. So that way, instead of each of us paying for 2 nights, the 4 of us can each only pay for 1 night, and you're only there to sleep anyway, and I don't mind sharing a bed. I don't really care. I'm just sleeping. So anyways, I'm super excited about that. I was looking at airfare costs today, which I know are not as low as they will be. There's a specific time that is good, and we're nowhere near that. So I was just looking just to kind of see what it is and to set up a price alert, because sorry, I keep licking my lips. They're really dry all of a sudden. And I thought I had a chapstick around here, but I don't. So on Kayak, you can set up a price alert, and every week, I think it's usually on Sundays, they send you just an email that says, here's how much it costs this week, here's how much it costs this week, and you can kind of watch it go down and up. And when it goes up, you start to go, oh, maybe I should have bought, but then nope, it's not time yet. So anyways, going to Rochester, super excited. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe I could finagle going to the Mall of America again. I mean, I don't really need to, but it was fun to go walk around. So, but like I said, it's not that big of a deal if I don't. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all for those. And I get to see some of my friends again, which would be awesome. I think I said that already, but I've been texting people, and we're all already excited. Okay. Are you ready for the knitting? I am ready for the knitting. I'm ready to show you the knitting. I have works in progress. The first one is my Minis of the Month square from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I finished the first one. Okay, so there's this game. This stupid little game that I've been playing on my phone that I can't stop. And no, it's not Candy Crush. So it's called Be Brilliant. See right here next to my finger? I know it doesn't focus. But, oh my gosh. I can't stop playing this stupid little game. So, but they give you these little freebies. Get it? A lot of playing on words. And in order to get one, you have to watch an ad, which is fine. It's like a 20 or 30-second ad. Well, what I do is I tap on watch ad, and then I knit a row across. and then I'll play around, and then when I go to watch another ad, I'll knit a row. And that is what got me through the first half, because I would sit and knit through a row. Obviously, I mean, it takes longer to knit the row than it does for the ad, because by the end I have, 90 stitches on the needles. But either way, that's how I got this done this week. And here's what it looks like. It looks very it looks very off, but it's not. It's just the needle cable. So this one is the one from August, like I said. So this is going to get me caught up, and we don't even have the September one yet. Antique. It's an antique bookshelf theme. I think these are the yellowed pages. I love this color. I really love this color. I don't know what color it actually is. It's a nice ecru, but I love it. And then this one, I'm sorry, Lisa, I don't remember what all these different colors are for. Something about the cover and the cover of the book and the something or other. I don't know. I'm not that into old books, so I just kind of forgot. I'm sorry, but it's beautiful. I love the light blue and this gray. Oh my gosh, this gray is amazing. It looks kind of blue. I want a whole sweater out of it. Like I love gray, and man, this is a good gray. So, and then we have this kind of a buttercream yellow, which I really like, and a sage green, and you can see there's the gray in between. So I have this much. I think there's 50 something stitches on the needles, or on, yeah, and like I said, it'll go up to 90. And this I got done like yesterday. So, but instead of just doing, no, I didn't play that many games. Instead of doing one row, I would knit 70 stitches. And obviously sometimes it would go over or whatever. So that's what I did. So that's how I got so far so quickly. And now I'm just doing a row, or maybe two if I feel so inclined. Hold on. The mailman, I think, is outside and my dog's barking, so that could mean he got out. Sorry. Hold on. Maybe he's next door. Oh. Sorry, can you hear my dog barking? If you can't, then you're sitting here going, why am I watching you just sit here? And I don't even know how, I can't even edit it out. I don't even have good editing software. Nope, he's moving on. So he may have put something on my doorstep, because my dog is still barking annoyingly. Anyway, I really apologize for that, and you're just going to have to see it because I don't have editing software. It's on size 5 needles, and it's in my project cube from Madsen Originals. All right, I want to go tell her to shut up. I'm not going to, because she will stop barking, but ugh, I hate it when dogs bark. Shoot. I'm just going to stop this and I'll start again in a second. Hi, I'm back. All right, I brought her inside, and I don't know what was going on, because I heard the mailman like turn off his vehicle or whatever and move around, but there's nothing on my doorstep. Who knows, maybe he was next door. I don't know. Anyway, it's all done. Let's get back to the knitting. All right, next one is my Barn Dance sock. It's another Fiber Nymph yarn. It's a Barn Dance colorway. I have the first sock finished minus the heel. I'm going to do a true afterthought heel because I am being sucked into everybody else doing it too. And to be honest, when I got to the part where I should do the heel, I just didn't feel like doing one. It was nighttime, and I love the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I love it. I just didn't feel like dragging it out and remembering how to do it, and I just didn't want to mess with it, so I didn't. And I've been wanting. I don't like afterthought heels, how they fit on me, but I I think part of it was that I used to make my socks just this much too short before putting in the heel. And I think that could be a big part of it. And I want to try Laura Linneman's afterthought heel with the little gusset in it and see if that helps. So you can see that on the foot, obviously no patterning, and then I started the patterning up here on the leg. And the foot has 5 repeats and the leg has 5 repeats. So I make the leg as long as the foot. That's how I know how long to do it. And then I did a significant amount of ribbing. I like to have a good amount of ribbing for holding it up better. So anyway, so there we go. This second sock has not seen any love for a while because I've been working on some other stuff, but I did get it started, and it's, I think, a couple repeats through. Yeah, 2 repeats through on the foot, and like I said, I did 5. So there we go. And these are on size 1, 2.25 millimeter. And they are living in my Girl Cave Bags bag, and I'm really hoping she's vending at ZK next year because I have 2 of her bags, both of which have birds on them, which is funny because I'm not even that into birds, but how can you not love those cute little birdies? So anyways, maybe I'll get another bird bag, and it'll just be a theme that I have with my Girl Cave bags, is that they're always birdies. I'd be okay with that. They're fun. So anyways, moving along. What's next on my list? That way I don't forget anything. Okay. The Entrelock sock, which is kind of fun to say, has seen a little bit of lovin'. I worked on it after recording last week, and then just one other day because I need to show you that right there. Don't let me forget. Remind me if I forget. I have 2 tiers finished after the initial one. Let's see if I can spread this out here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It's this probably isn't the best yarn choice for it because it's so variegated, but it's still fun, and you can still see the different directions. So anyways, I have the garter, and then we have and then I have the ones going this way, and then the ones going this way. And I have to do that, I don't remember how many times, 16 times or something like that, or until I get to the point where I want to shoot myself in the head, which I'll probably get there sooner than later. I don't know. It's actually not bad to work on. I am not a huge lover of doing entrelock. I'm not going to lie. It definitely slows you down, but I'm not in a huge hurry to have these done. There we go. Yeah, not in a huge hurry, and I don't think the book is in super high demand at the library, so I'll just reserve it a couple of times, and if I decide that I like the book well enough, I might just have to order it. Anyways, those are also on size 1s. As you can see, those are on double points because that's what I had available, and it's in my Loopy Groupy project bag. Next on the list is, well, this is not next, but I've been working on it, so I should show it to you. I didn't even write it down. It was sitting right here the whole time. I don't know. Do you hear my kitty? Hi, kitty. I'm not going to stand up right now. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hi. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Her name is Applejack, like off of My Little Pony. The sad thing is that my husband named her that. So, if you have been watching, you'll remember that last week I showed the blue crocheted dishcloth that I was making, and I really liked that stitch a lot. And I was curious how, I have a fuzzy that just landed on my eyelash. Okay, I think I got it. Anyway, I wanted to see how that stitch looked crocheted up with, and so I just, let me start over because that's not exactly true. First, what happened, oh, I was going to grab some yarn to show you, but that's all right. I can show you another time. You'll see the project again. I pulled out all of my yarn, my fingering weight yarn, my good fingering weight yarn, to try to put some colors together for a shawl that I'm going to be making and teaching a class on. And while I have it in a big suitcase right now because I had a moth problem in my bedroom this spring, and so we have one of those like ginormous suitcases that you only take if you're going overseas and want to bring home half the country, which is kind of what we did when we used it. But anyway, I put it all in there and some other stuff. My fingering weight didn't actually fill it up. I don't have a huge stash, but I came across some partially used skeins that are wonderful yarns, and I just haven't used them. They were too much to be added into my 10 stitch blanket bag because those I want to have just like 30 grams or less kind of thing. And these are significant amounts. So I pulled one out and thought, hey, I really like that crochet pattern. I'll hold it double and play with it and see how it looks. This one is looking so cool. Let me show you what the cake, well, the mushed up left part of the cake. This is from Highland Handmaids. It is her toasting marshmallows or roasting marshmallows. I think it's toasting marshmallows colorway. It's very Halloween candy corn looking. And I got it at Knit in the Mitten a couple years ago, and I made Eli his birthday monster out of it this year. So I started crocheting, and look what it is doing. How cool is that? The colors are matching up every time, and I think it's really cool. Usually I try to break up any pooling or anything, but this is, it's too neat. So no, this won't be a washcloth, obviously, because it's wool and nylon. I don't actually know what it's going to be. I was working on this during the BSU game and having a grand old time watching how it was working up, and so yeah, that's the story of it. There's no plan. I plan to keep going because it looks cool. So anyways, and I might just use up all my scraps and make them just whatever size they turn out. I mean, it'll be the same width this way, but just whatever length, and then maybe just sew them together and just kind of make a blanket that way with just all different leftovers. I might do that because then it would be useful and it would be a fun way to show it off. And I wouldn't have to, well, two things. I wouldn't have to worry about, as much as I like little mitered squares, I know I won't do them, but this will use up the yarn more quickly because I'm holding it doubled and I'm crocheting. And so I know it won't get as big as it could if I, was knitting or whatever, but I would have a way to use up my bigger scraps. And yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that, but I love it. I wish you could see it better. There you go. You can see how the white and the orange do kind of mix together, but on the other side is obviously pretty much the same. But anyway, I love the texture of this pattern, and it's so easy. Even I can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So anyway, I'm using this crochet hook. It is letter H, or an 8 or a 5mm. So there you go. All right, I have one more thing to show you. Just set that down right there. This is the shawl that I was just referring to, and the pattern name is called Fireflies at Dusk. If I had my tablet sitting here, I would pull it up and show you. I do have a picture of it, but it's in black and white because I only have a black and white printer, and so it doesn't show up very well, so I'm not going to pull it out or anything. But I will, well, let me show you the yarn first. It is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You can see it has this beautiful green. I'm going to turn, oh, not that. I'm going to turn down the light so that way I have the least amount of blue hue as possible. So there's this beautiful green here. And then this lighter gray is very tonal, very, very semi-solid. And then there's this darker, darker gray. And then the blue, let me see if I can, well, there's two different blues. There's none on the outside, but I want you to see them here. Oh, hold on. Wait for it. There we go. So there's this beautiful kind of darkish royal blue, kind of, not royal, kind of royal, I guess. And then there's this lighter blue. I'm going to stick two fingers under here so you can see, that has these little pops of white in it. Just little tiny, on purpose, you can see right here, little bits of white. I got this when I was a member of the a yarn club for a group or a dyer called Nurturing Fibers. She's based in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa, and it was a colors of South Africa, colors of Africa, something like that, club that I was able to get into. This is a very generous skein. It's about 140 grams. It's just regular 100% merino fingering weight yarn. The colorway is called Mama Africa, and it's the colors that Nelson Mandela would have seen when looking out of his prison cell to the mainland when he was in prison. So what I have so far is this gorgeousness. I don't want the light to show through it as much because it takes away from it. Anyways, it's looking beautiful, and it is a crescent shape, which down here with some short rows going on, it is getting wider here than up here. It's not a drastic crescent. That is just not showing up well. I wish, I don't have anything, well, I guess since I'm almost done talking, I can put this behind it. This was holding up my list. There we go. Oh, so much better. And you can see it's actually kind of striping, because here's the grays into the blues, and then let's see, there's a little bit of the green, and then going into the gray and the blues again. And let's see, I don't think I did any stockinette with that light blue. Nope, I've only done some garter parts, but you can see where there's the little pops of white, and you can see it right here. Anyway, I am really enjoying this. It's super easy. Just remembering what row I'm on really is all I have to do. I have it in my little pattern keeper. So yeah, this is, like I said, it's called Fireflies at Dusk by Priscilla Madsen. It's on my size 6 ChowGoo needles. And this is just marking, you repeat these a certain amount of times, and so this is my first one. I'm just going to mark one each time I finish a set of rows. That way I know how many I've done, and I don't have to try to figure out where to count and all that. I can just boom, boom, boom. All right. This is living in my something bag. Shoot, I don't remember what it's called. It was the one that I kind of I stumbled across the bag. It's not going to come to me. If you want to know, let me know and I'll tell you what it is. So anyways, that is all I have on the needles. I was going to show you the other two colors that I am using and left them sitting in the other room. I'm using a semi-solid blue that matches this for the second color, and then I don't have enough of this to continue on with it where it would be used again, so there's actually a gray that matches that came with it that I'm going to use for the bottom section. So anyway, it's going to look awesome. I think that's all for those. It's not sitting here, nothing else is sitting here, but I just wanted to make sure. Lastly, another short episode. Lastly, I do have one acquisition. It is a new skein of yarn from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. Since everything else I'm knitting with, well, not everything, but since other things I'm knitting with are from her, this one might as well be too. This is her Sunshine Base, which is 100% superwash merino, 490 yards. And this orange is actually one that she specially makes herself. And it is the same orange that is in the variegated stripe here. It's a little brighter when it's a full skein, and I'm not really sure if it's because the other colors, the greens, maybe bleed into it, because it's definitely brighter on here than it is on the sock skein, but I still love it. And it could just be, I mean, there's brighter and darker because it's a semi-solid. It doesn't look exactly, yeah, exactly the same, but like I said, it could be maybe an overwash or something. I don't think she said she overwashed the variegated though. It doesn't matter. It's still a very nice color. So anyways, she's calling it Ember, aka Melissa's Orange, because I love it. It doesn't look like that. I need to figure out a way for it to show up. It's so hard with reds and oranges. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Look at that. Less than 20 minutes. We're in and out and done. Bam! Make sure to go check out all of the places you can find the podcast. Meltran Designs group on Ravelry. There's a Facebook page, meltrandesigns.blogspot.com. Has the video and also the show notes. iTunes, when I remember to put it there. I just say that because this week I forgot to. Anyways. Are those all the places? Plurk, I usually post an announcement. I don't really post much on there at all anymore, but I do post those announcements. Yeah, and please check out the Fiber Fanatics Unite group on Ravelry if you would like to maybe come to the retreat. So anyways, I'm going to cut this off before 20 minutes. I'll talk to you later. Until next time, keep knitting. Bye.